The newlyweds return from their honeymoon, but it looks as though Teasy won't have that pleasure to look forward to in this week's episode from Glenroe.
Go and rest. We can manage here.
I'm supposed to get as much exercise as I can.
Yeah, well.
Oh, how are you, Teasy?
Hi, lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how are you? Do you fancy going for a drive?
I do not. There's not much exercise to be had sitting in a car.
Oh, well, do you want to go for a walk then?
If you can keep up with me.
Oh, sure. He's getting cheeky, isn't he? So, how's the leg today?
Ah, coming on.
I think he's doing too much, huh?
Ah, no fear of him.
See, the thing is, he thinks that he's fit for everything. He's not. Oh, I think what that fella did to him.
Oh, look, you have to put it out of your head.
And then coming back to the house.
So you're convinced it was Blackie?
Well, aren't you? Sure, who else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. If Blackie says he didn't do it, well, I'm inclined to believe him.
And then why in the name of God would he come back to the house?
Oh, that's it, you see.
And at night as well. Nearly gave your father a heart attack.
Look it. If he did do it, he wouldn't come next nor near the place.
Ah, stop.
No, listen, but if he didn't, isn't that the first thing he'd want to do? To come and tell Dinny?
Well, he'd want to save his skin, all right, and he'd know that Dinny was the only one who could do it.
So you're convinced?
I don't know. See, the thing is, Biddy, he needed cash.
How do you know?
He more or less asked me for it. I had to pay him in advance the week we went off on our holidays. And then, come back to the house, first chance he got, as if nothing happened. Tell you one thing, though. I'd like to get my hands on the fella that bailed him out.
But he didn't threaten you or anything?
Well, no, you wouldn't, would you? I mean to say it only make things worse.
And he just sat there?
I did nothing, he says. I did nothing. He kept on saying that over and over. Then Miley came in.
But you've your own doubts, haven't you?
About Blackie?
Yeah. I mean, you haven't made up your mind.
No.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, we've known him a long time. He's never done anything on us. Ah, we'll wait and see.
Anyway, sure, there's nothing else to give them something to talk about in the pub.
Well, they're never short of anything to talk about in the pub. They all know about Sylvie.
Well, because they didn't hear that from me.
I know that, Dinny. Rory told a few. It doesn't take long to spread. You know, they're all waiting to see which way we'll jump. Yeah, they're taking bets on it. Will we or won't we?
Will we or won't we what?
Get married.
Well, there's nothing else to talk about.
Ah, sure, what harm?
Anyway, what would you want? To marry an old cripple like me?
I go on with that. All you have is a cold in the chest and haven't you a brand new hip?
Don't talk that, woman. Anyway, aren't we better off the way we are?
All right, Peggy, let's go over it. We're trying to establish your movements on the evening of the 24th of September.
Right, well, Blackie came in for his tea about,
6:30.
Let her tell it, Blackie.
One voice now.
6:30 he came in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had our tea, burgers and chips.
Go on.
Well, after tea, Blackie had to go and deliver a load in Rathnew.
No? Matt Murphy.
Go on.
I cleared up after the tea and I put the young ones in the bath. And then Blackie came back in about 9. And he stayed in from that time till bedtime, watching the telly.
And what time did you go to bed?
About 11:30, after Packhinney.
So you can say that from 9 in the evening until the following morning, Blackie didn't leave the house.
He never stirred out the door.
Good.
There's just one problem. The evening in question is a Friday. The Pat Kenny show is on Saturday.
Oh. Well, then it must have been the late.
Peggy, if the prosecutor was to say in court what Father Devereux has just said, Blackie would be in very big trouble.
No, it was the late. I remember now.
Don't worry, we'll get it right in the day. It's not a question of getting it right, Blackie. It's a question of telling the truth. No, were you in that evening or weren't you?
I never started out from 9 o'clock.
Right. Well, what do you think, Paul?
Well, Mrs. Manning's evidence is very strong, and Dinny's tends to support it. We don't have the strongest alibi in the world. In our favour, they don't have anything else. They haven't recovered anything. They've got no forensic. That's scientific stuff.
I know what forensic means.
Nothing that ties you to the scene. There are lots of fingerprints, none of them Blackie's. But I think we're going to need more.
Is there anything I can do?
Just observe the conditions of your bail strictly. Report to the guards as laid down. Keep out of trouble. It's unusual for people like you to get bail. They'll be watching you.
People like me?
I think you know what I mean.
Sure, yeah, knackers, is it?
I'm sure Paul didn't mean anything of the sort.
No, what did he mean?
And that kind of language isn't getting us anywhere. You'll be in touch, Paul.
Sure.
Thanks, Mr. Moore.
Go ahead, Peg.
Oh, by the way, Father, I've news on that other matter. Will you be in tomorrow?
Yes, I will.
I'll call over.
Right, thank you, Paul.
I'll make the tea.
Not for me, thanks.
Well, I was going to make it anyway.
I have to get back.
Thanks for coming over. I'm sorry if I annoyed you.
Why should I be annoyed? I'll see you again.
How are you?
Well, the kettle on if you'd like a cup of tea.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you want me to take over for a while?
Nah, sure, I'm nearly finished.
You know, if this weather keeps up, we'll be able to sow the lodge field on Monday.
Yeah. Ah, there's Teasy.
She didn't stay long.
Not surprised he's like a bear today.
How is it any wonder? Like a man goes into hospital to get a new hip, attacked in his own home, pinned to the ground like a rat in a trap. And on top of that, loses half all he owns.
Yeah, well, it could have been worse.
What do you mean it could have been worse?
Well, he's damn lucky he wasn't killed.
You know what? People have the weirdest ideas about luck. Like, I remember now the time I was in hospital, for example. People coming in to visit me, telling me how lucky I was. And these now are people in the full of their health, huh? And me stretched on the bed. Arms and legs and bits unable to move. And it's the same with fellas around me. Arms and legs in all classes of plasters, not able to look out through the bandages. And the friends and relatives sit around saying, well, do you know what? But you were steeped in luck.
I know what you mean. Still, might get some money back on the insurance, or they might recover it.
Some hope.
Oh, well, whoever did it...
What do you mean, whoever did it?
If he was facing jail, whoever did it, he might give the money back to get a shorter sentence.
Because that money is earning interest in the post office now, I'll bet. But when I think of that fella walking around the streets...
I don't think about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry.
Oh. What are you doing here?
How are you? I'm here to see a client. I hear you've new in-laws. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You don't approve?
Not a lot. They've just returned from honeymoon. The good news is that Daddy's moved in with his new bride, so I've got the cottage to myself.
Really?
Why don't you go round for a drink?
When?
Say tomorrow around lunchtime?
Fine.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
But are they sure? I mean, he was supposed to be there the last time.
I know, until his dramatic reappearance.
God, will you ever forget it?
Mind you, they're fairly sure this time. They found a wooden stake in his heart.
I know. Listen, where did Kevin hear it?
From Rory, I think.
God, it's a wonder Teasy didn't tell us. I mean, we're supposed to be our friends.
I know, but it's a bit awkward, isn't it? I mean, they weren't exactly a devoted couple. What do you say?
Yeah. I wonder will they get together?
Who?
Dinny and Teasy.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Well, I bet Dinny did.
Well, if he's smart now, he'll get in there like a flash.
Do you think so?
Why wouldn't he? Handsome widow who owns a pub. It's every man's dream, that.
No, it's probably a bit soon.
For what?
Well, I mean, how long is Sylvie dead? What, 2 weeks? No, she'll need time to get over the loss.
Are you joking me? She'd be over the moon.
Morning, Father.
Oh, Paul, good morning. Hey, we go inside.
Well, why not stay where we are?
You sure?
Yes, it's very pleasant.
Hey, we go. Sit you down. Well, you have news for me.
Yes, I've been to see Ferguson. That's the solicitor acting for Mrs. Cronin's estate. Have it all here. As you said, there were no children from Mrs. Cronin's marriage, and her last blood relative passed away several years ago. The will, in fact, was made 2 years ago, and her solicitor confirms that she was in excellent health, both physically and mentally at the time.
Tell me, Paul, is the money left to me, personally?
Yes.
Are there any conditions or stipulation as to how it should be used?
None at all. It's yours, to use as you see fit. There's a very generous bequest to the hospice. I think that should be dispersed straight away.
Yes, of course, yes.
And the residue? To Father Timothy Devereux, Glenroe, County Wicklow. It may take a while, of course, but I don't see any problems.
Can you tell me roughly how much is involved?
Oh, yes, I've made some notes. These are all very approximate. Now, we've put a very conservative value on the family home and lands, and there's a substantial second home in Crookhaven, and then the various holdings and investments of the late Mr. Cronin, and, of course, Mrs. Cronin's personal estate. Yes, the total seems to come to something in the order of... There.
God almighty.
As I say, it's a conservative estimate. Have you any plans about investing it?
Paul, I haven't even begun to... I mean, I'm confused and intimidated by the whole thing. Excuse me.
Hello, Father.
Well, hello. You're back.
Just this minute, Father. We're just going up to the house. Let me come over and tell you all about it.
Good. I'll see you then.
Cheer up, Father. There are worse things than being rich.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, Father.
Oh, now, I hope you'll all be supporting the parish fete in Ballybolan House next Saturday.
Oh, of course, George's place.
Exactly.
It isn't George, a Protestant.
It's the Church of Ireland fete, Miley. No, the principal attraction is the official opening of George's thrashing machine.
Oh, God, we wouldn't want to miss that.
Got the main event.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, listen, Father, did you hear about poor Sylvie?
Indeed, I did. I must keep an eye out for Teasy now.
It's sad, isn't it?
Indeed, it was. Mind you, he wasn't exactly a model husband, but which of us is perfect? Good luck to you.
See you, Father.
Oh, Father, excuse me.
Stephen.
I just wanted to tell you, I got some replies.
You what?
To me ad, you remember?
Oh, yes, indeed. Well done, Stephen.
And I have to tell you, Father, there wasn't one that was genuine.
Was there not?
As a matter of fact, one of them was downright dirty.
You have to expect that, Stephen. You know, beggars can't be choosers.
Morning, Teasy. Bye, Teasy.
Oh, good morning. Goodbye.
Teasy, do you still go up to town with the car on Monday?
Yeah, why?
I was just wondering if you'd give me a lift as far as the hospital.
Oh, why? Is there something wrong?
No, just routine check-up. I can always go by bus.
I'll call for you at 9. Don't keep me waiting.
Good morning to you.
Thanks, Teasy. Oh, Father Deborah.
Morning.
Teasy, I'm very sorry to hear your sad news.
Diddy, did I hear you saying you were going up to the hospital tomorrow?
Look, it's just a routine check-up, nothing to worry about.
I wasn't worried. I just want you to do a better for me. Will you be passing the offices of the Wicklow people?
I will.
Well, will you go in and see if there's any replies to an ad I put in the paper? There's the box number.
Oh, very good. Tell me, Stephen, are you buying or selling?
I suppose you could say a little of both.
I tell you, Biddy, I've every right to know.
Now is not the time.
Hasn't he the hard neck all the same?
We don't want to talk about it, Stephen.
And why not? Isn't he rubbing our nose in it?
We don't know that.
Well, if you don't, you're the only one.
I wonder who stood bail.
Sure, there's no shortage of money with that crowd. They'll be sewn into the mattresses.
You can't stand bail for yourself, Stephen. You have to have independent sureties.
I'll tell you one thing, I wish I knew who it was.
There's no mystery who it was. It was myself. Don't you all know, maybe we should go home to our lunch.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Father.
You questioning my motive, Stephen?
I'm questioning your judgment. It's a great responsibility to let that man out, to do it again.
It's not known that he did anything.
Are you serious?
I simply believe that a man is innocent until he's proved guilty.
So now you let him loose on our streets?
He's been loose on our streets for the past 5 years and never harmed anyone. I simply listened to what Blackie had to say, and I believed he was telling the truth.
Do you mean to say you believe Blackie comes before my father or Shirley Manning?
Answer him, Father.
I believe that honest people can make honest mistakes. After all, Dinny hasn't said it was Blackie.
All I said was I couldn't be sure.
Exactly. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I happen to believe it wasn't. Excuse me.
Thanks. This is nice.
Lord.
Ah, Terry.
Hello,
Morning,
Mother.
Mother.
Come on in.
Hi.
Thanks very much. You know each other, don't you?
Yes, indeed we do.
Ah, yes, of course we do.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Was there anything in particular?
No. We just called in. See how you're doing.
Oh, and we had a few little things to pick up, didn't we, Michael?
Clothes and a few papers. I have them all laid out inside.
Could I get you a drink, Mina?
Oh, well, if you have a gin handy. Oh, isn't this lovely? Is it yours or your father's?
Mine, actually. Sorry, Mina, that's my personal drawer.
There you are, Mina.
Oh, thank you. Michael, is that your clock?
It is actually, 25 years service.
Oh, thanks. Now, you sure you have everything?
I think so, yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we better check, just in case.
Right.
I think I'd better go. No, look, you have your hands, dear. Thanks for the drink. It was great seeing you. I'll give you a call, okay?
Fine.
Oh, is Paul gone?
Yes.
Oh, hasn't he lovely manners?
Oh, he has. He has lovely manners, and he's a solicitor, you know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah, very highly thought of. I'd say he's going places.
Aye. If you play your cards right, dear, you could be going with them.
How's it going?
Oh, grand. Was that cheesy?
Yeah.
Bringing him into hospital.
Mm-hmm. Don't think he deserves it.
Why did you say that?
Just a feeling. Don't think he appreciates her.
So, how are you?
I'm grand. Hold on a minute. It's about what you were talking about yourself and myself.
Ah, you don't have to say anything.
It's preying on my mind.
I don't see why. You were only being honest.
I wasn't, you see. I didn't tell you everything. When I was brought in here after the robbery, they told me nothing for a start. Then I had the usual x-rays and all the rest of it. They told me I had a cracked rib and an infection of the chest.
Sure, I know all that.
There's more, do you see? I said I had a shadow on the lung.
For what?
They don't know. As long as the infection is there, they can't look.
What do you know now?
The infection is still there. Maybe after a week or two of the antibiotics, you'll know for sure.
So you don't know if there is anything?
Just a shadow.
That's nothing.
It's easy. My poor mother, the light I happened to her, she got a shadow like that. She was hardly 40 years of age. She just faded away. TB.
Look, people don't die of TB anymore.
Look, don't tell anybody else. I haven't even told Miley. I'm only telling you because I could see you were offended. By the way I spoke.
You mean when you turned me down?
Well, sure. You can always ask me again when I get the all clear.
You're a terrible old fool. Do you know that? Come on, I'll take you home. On.
We have a share of the quota like everybody else. We're allocated a certain share of the quota.
Hey.
Oh, hiya. Did you leave him down?
Yeah, I did.
How is he?
Ah, he's grand. There's a bit of a catch in his breath. Wasn't that he's fine?
You should have stayed and had a drink with him.
I didn't feel like it. Except from Stephen over there, happy as Larry. I'll get it.
No, stay here. I'll get it. Peggy.
I don't know what you're doing here, Peggy. I have nothing to say to you.
Well, I've something to say to you, so I have.
I suppose Blackie's outside in the van, is he?
No, he isn't. He doesn't even know I'm here. Why did you turn your back on us? Of all the people in Glenroe, you're the last one I thought would turn against us. You and your missus. I don't mind the others because they don't know us. But you do. And you know Blackie wouldn't hurt any of yours.
Do you know what happened to my father?
I do.
And do you know he could have been killed?
I'm sorry for what happened to your father, and so is Blackie. But I'm telling you God's truth, it wasn't him. Did your father say it was him? No, he didn't. So why are you saying it? You weren't even there. Blackie wouldn't lay a finger on your father. Peggy. Sure, why am I bothering? I know you wouldn't listen.
Here we are, folks.
Thanks, Teasy. There's a few shillings for you.
Well, aren't they a handsome couple all the same?
Look at them. Well, you think they'd act their age now?
A marriage made in heaven, would you agree, Teasy?
You're a terrible one for stirring it, will you, shush?
Oh, Teasy. Yeah? Would you have any pistachio nuts?
I'd see.
I see you're back.
No. Back to porridge.
Did you have a good trip?
Unforgettable.
Where'd you go, Mina?
Oh, we did the grand tour, didn't we? We went to Ballinacale, Borris and Ossory, ended up in Ballybunion.
Oh.
And what about yourself, Stephen? You found yourself a housekeeper yet?
Not yet. But I'm taking steps to alter that right away.
Oh, good.
That's the best I can do for you, Mina.
Oh, I like the pistachios, but sure. Well, if it's all you have.
Do you hear her? She couldn't even spell pistachio. Blackie, what can I get you?
You serve me then.
Sure, why wouldn't I?
I'll have a whiskey, son.
Well,
It's a wonder you've the nerve to show your face around here.
Leave it, Stephen.
That's all right. If you don't mind drinking in the company of a man that left you for dead.
No, what's what you're saying?
Are you talking to me, young fella?
will you stop it, the two of you? Blackie, you better drink that up and go.
You put me out.
Look, it's for your own good. You're in enough trouble as it stands.
No, that's on me.
Thanks, Mum. I'm getting out of this shag in town.
We can't.
I'm not hanging around here.
Blackie, you have to.
I don't have to. I done nothing.
Did you ever in all your life hear the baiting of that?
Listen, Steve, for God's sake, forget about it, will you? I'm paying my ear listening to you.
Oh, that's grand. That's grand. And me just defending your interests.
Thanks very much. I'm quite capable of defending my own interests. Here. Something for you. Keep you quiet for a minute.
What's that?
Would you not ask me to answer, get the ads from the paper for you?
Oh, aye, right. It's only the one.
That's all they gave me. What's it all about, anyway?
If I'm not to take any interest in your business affairs, there's no need for you to take any interest in mine.
Fair enough.
Where are you going?
Never you mind where I'm going.
Do you want any help?
I hardly need any help to go to the toilet. Thank you, old shagger.
And that episode of Glenroe will be shown again over on Network 2 on Thursday evening next at 7:30.